Previously on The World's Worst Backpacker. So I got about 6 weeks until April 8th. Between now and then, I'm going to hike Scissors Crossings to Warner Springs, and I'll take you along with me.
And now, The World's Worst Backpacker, preparing for the Pacific Crest Trail 2017. Part... Oh, really?
Why, hello! Come on over here. No. Over here. Hi. Well, you're never gonna believe it, but I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail. That's right, the Pacific Crest Trail. Well, no, not the entire thing. But I did hike from Scissors Crossing to Warner Springs. In fact, this video should be called...
And now, The World's Worst Backpacker on the Pacific Crest Trail. Somewhere.
So yes, I hiked from Scissors Crossing to Warner Springs, and I gotta tell you, it wasn't easy. As a matter of fact, if my first hike on the Pacific Crest Trail taught me some respect for the trail, this one taught me a little respect for the people who hike the Pacific Crest Trail. My hat's off to them. Well, okay, fine. You didn't expect my hair to be nice under there, did you? But my hat is off. Hold on, wait, get off. Bugs. My hat's off to him because it's really hard. And I think I made it look a little harder than usual. But to see it, we have to send you back into the mists of time. So, go back. Back.
Auntie Anne, it's a twister.
It's a smoother ride in a corner.
And now, on with the show.
Good morning. It's March 18th. I won't go to sleep. It's 7 o'clock, the crack of dawn, March 18th, and we're driving out to Scissor Crossings, to the PCT, where I'm going to hike from there to Barrel Springs, and we're supposed to get to Scissor Crossing, we're supposed to get to the destination by 7:45. Originally, I thought if I started at 7, I'd be fine. And we just had some cars get all wookie in front of us. Anyway, originally I thought if I started at 7, I'd be fine. So now I'm gonna start at 7:45. Will I be okay? I haven't a clue. Not a single solitary clue. Hey Vicky, do you have a clue?
I don't know. I'm just driving. I'm half asleep.
She told me not to film her, so I can't film her. Anyway, I'll see you, one of you, somebody, out on the trail. Well, here I am on the 78. I'm at Scissors Crossing, about to start the hike. Starting actually much later than I had hoped. I was hoping to start closer to 7. It's now 8. What will that mean? I don't know. But I'm still wanting to get to Barrel Springs. Sorry about the sun there. Geez, that's really bright. I'm still hoping to get to Barrel Springs tonight. We'll see. So here's a look at the road I just left. That's the 78. My hands are shaking because I just had a venti coffee. Nice. And there's the trail ahead of me. I don't know if you can see it up at the hillside, but that's where I'm headed, up to there. Up to there. Very tired. I got up at 4:15 this morning. Who does that? Oh yeah, me. Anyway, let's keep going. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I've only hiked for about 15 minutes, but man, it's good to be on the PCT. It's about 8:30. I've been hiking for about a half hour now. And as you can see, I've climbed a bit. And I think I'm just about ready to leave the road behind and start heading into the hills. Tired. And the thing is you're so exposed on this part of the trail that even though it's not very warm, there's so much sunshine that you might as well be. It's not very long from my last update, but you can see how much further up the trail I am. Actually, over there's the trail that I came up. It winds all the way down and brings you over there. Anyway, I'm in the first shade. I'm in my first shade of the trail. Just had my first drink of water. And I am knackered, I will not kid you. There's a little bit of climbing involved in these first couple few miles or so. And it's mostly this right now. But wow, I'm loving it all the same. Well, I've been going about an hour and a half now. Yes, my hand's still wobbling. And I'm finally starting to turn away off of this ridge. There's the 78 down there. Scissors Crossing's way back that way. But look at this vista. This is what the PCT is all about. It's gorgeous. I'm feeling good. I'm not super tired. But boy, it's getting warm fast. So hopefully there's some shade up ahead. Just a few minutes later, and I'm standing here enjoying some beautiful shade. By the way, in case you're wondering what happens if you trip and fall, it's a nice fall. You don't want to do that. This may be my last view of the 78. Whew, it's beautiful. Gorgeous, beautiful, fantastic. And then we come around and we're heading up that way. It's 11 and that's still the 78. I'm still going around this frickin' ridge. Oh, that's annoying. 78. And this is the trail.
And now, Fruitopia Inhalers, in cooperation with National Van Lines, presents Why Hiking the PCT Ain't Training. Here's the thing. I've been training for the past few months or so, and my training has mostly been on fire roads. You know, those dirt roads fire crews use to hold keggers and other important business. Fire roads go straight up and over, which is hard, but it's not the PCT. The PCT goes up, and then up some more, and then maybe down, before going up again, and then up, and then seriously up. The trail at Scissors Crossing traverses the mountainside like it was the fingers of your hand going around each finger and around and around. Only there are millions of fingers and it never goes up and over until it does. And then you're going around again and around and around and it doesn't stop. It just doesn't.
Hi. So, I got about 5 miles until the third gate water cache. I'm under a bunch of rocks with some lovely shade because it got way hotter than I thought it would get. And I'll tell you why. I was checking the weather in Julian. Way over in the hills and beautiful, etc., etc. Not here. Here, it's hotter. Much, much hotter. Tell you, I was getting discouraged. Really discouraged. And I ran into a girl who was just getting up from enjoying the shade. She gave me her trail name. I forgot it immediately because that's just how I am with names. I told her my trail name was World's Worst Backpacker. She said, "I'm sure you're not. I heard of someone this year who brought a cast iron skillet." There you go. You know, there's always someone worse. Having said that, I'm pretty much dying. The PCT is always harder than I think it's going to be. And in this case, there's a lot more climbing than I thought, even having looked at the profile. It's a lot hotter. And with the direct sunlight, it's kind of incessant. Dig this. I got a smart water bottle filled with smart water. It's actually a smart water bottle. Water. Anyway, it's good. This is a stupid idea. I don't know why I try this. This isn't my bag, man. I am in way over my head. So, the other hiker I met is going to go to The other hiker I met is going to go to the third water cache until it cools down. And I might just do the same thing. Maybe I'll end up hiking with her. She hiked at night last night. And I have nothing against that. I've got to get to Barrel Springs. This is where I'm at, by the way. I don't know how much of that you got. There's my backpack. 12:30. It's hot. We're heading into this now. We're gonna go down, and then I think we may be going over this. Hi. It's time for a major change in strategy. It's way hot out here. I'm at mile 88. I'm about 3 miles outside of the third gate cache. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait about a half hour, give myself time to really rest, drink some water, which means I'm going to have to take water from the cache. I didn't want to have to do that, but I'm going to have to do that. So, sit here, hydrate, rest, half hour, get up, get those 3 miles down. I hope I can. And then I'm going to stay at the third gate cache until probably till 5 or 6. Hike 10 miles till, I don't know, 10 or so. Maybe Cowboy camp at Barrel Springs. This changes a lot for me. The PCT is always harder than I think it's going to be, which tells me it may not be something I want to do. I really thought I could handle this after all my training hikes. And yes, I know technically I am handling it. By the way, one more thing. My thermometer says it's over 100 degrees out here. Yeah. Hike your own hike. Isn't that what they say? Well, my hike involves resting, taking breaks. The third gate water cache is up there. No, not heaven. It's at the top of this hill. I'm wiped out. Granted, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. Granted, it's way hotter than I thought it would be. By the way, when I said it was 100, there's every possibility that it's not because, hold on, I got too much sunshine. I think that's the general problem today. Too much sunshine. Anyway, yeah, my thermometer, when it said 100, I think it was because it was out in the sun. But now it is a little cooler and there is a little bit of a breeze, so that's good. But before I go straight up to the third gate water cache, I'm going to take a break and try and get enough rest that I can actually get that climb, because it's a motherfucker of a climb, especially after all this. And just so you know, as far as my thoughts about doing the PCT, 2 things. First, I finished this, well, I'm going to finish this section this season, so technically I don't have to do this again. 2, as much as I hate it, and I hate it, I'm not 100% ready to give up just yet. I should be, but I'm not. This section of the PCT probably wouldn't have been any problem had I given myself enough time, as almost everybody I saw said to me while I was on the trail, "At least it's not a race." But see, the thing is, it was a race, because I had told Vicky that I would meet her at Warner Springs on noon Sunday, which meant I had a day and a half to complete that section. But the hike isn't over yet. Let's get you back on the trail.
The third gate water cache, which you would be able to read if it was, not backwards. I just got back from there, and it was an interesting experience because I got to run into a girl who I think without her I would not have made it nearly this far. My spot device is backwards. There. She didn't do anything or say anything, but just her being on the trail, it made me, I don't know, it inspired me in a way. I just thought, there are other people doing this, you can do this, you've got to do this. I took a lot more breaks as a result, because I was trying to hike smart. And as a result, I'm now way behind schedule. And Vicky is gonna meet me tomorrow at Warner Springs. What to do? Well, it looks like I'm going to night hike for the first time. I'm not really looking forward to it. It kind of gives me the willies, especially with the cliffs that I was hiking on the side of. But more than that, I also found out that the snakes come out at night. Yay! Oh, shit. So great, snakes, huh? Fun, yes. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say because I'm so fucking tired. I talked to this girl whose name is Nightcrawler, by the way. Wait, maybe it's not Nightcrawler. Crap. I'm awful with names. I'm going to say her name is Nightcrawler. She hikes at night, which is where I got the idea. In fact, she left before me, and she's certain I'll catch up with her. She thinks that I'm going to hike fast. What I didn't tell her is I got chafing like you wouldn't believe in places I would not want to tell you about. So, yeah, I'm in for a world of pain. And that's what this is all kind of become, a world of pain. And I tried to explain to Nightcrawler why I do it, why I hike, why I want to hike, even though it's always just painful. Because there's that moment when you finish, or even when you get halfway, when it's just amazing. She asked me how much I've been hiking, and I told her I've been doing these 21-mile hikes to train. And her and another guy that was there, Joel, they started calling me Animal because I'm an animal. I didn't realize that. I thought I was just doing the bare minimum. I thought, 20 miles is what you got to do. So she started telling me about friends that she has that hike like 8 miles. And that has me thinking. Actually, a lot of this has me thinking. This is not something to be taken lightly, and I wouldn't want anybody watching this to think that I do. It's tough. It's nigh impossible at times. But look at me right now. I'm going to night hike another maybe 10 miles, maybe to Barrel Springs, if I'm not scared to death by rattlesnakes. Oh, by the way, Mom, if you're watching, rattlesnakes. Or the possibility of falling off the side. Anyway, I may not film after this. Hi. It's 8:30. I'm really fucking tired. This message is for Vicky. who I miss like absolute crazy. Sorry, I'm lighting myself with my headlamp and attracting 1,000 bugs. Anyway, I'm at 94 something. I started at, 77? So I didn't even make 20 miles. But it was insane. It was super hot. There was a lot more climbing than I thought. I'm exhausted. I'm at a cowboy camp tonight for the first time after night hiking for the first time. Doesn't my face look good? It looks like it's been in the sun. This would suck, except there are stars. There are so many stars. It's beautiful. It really is. I've got my music. I'm going to drink water, and hopefully that'll help the cramps go away. I've got 2 more liters. Barrel Springs is 101. I'm at 94, so I'm like 7 miles away. But there's a lot of tricky hiking coming up, and I don't want to do it in the dark. So I've set my alarm for 6:30. And my plan is to hit the road, get to Barrel Springs, get some more water, get down to Warner Springs before noon. And maybe at some point I'll get cell reception. Well, I've been hiking since 5 o'clock this morning in the dark. And now we've got some sunshine and our first vista. Beautiful view looking northwest. I can't wait to get to Barrel Springs. I'm beat. Well, it's 7:30 and I've hit the 100-mile mark. I know I haven't earned it. I haven't covered all those miles. But it does mean that I'm 1 mile or so away from Barrel Springs. Yippee! Well, I just finished up at Barrel Springs. Got myself about a half a liter of water. Because, yeah, that Sawyer Mini is slow. And Vicky is going to be waiting for me at Warner Springs, or at least wondering when I'm going to get to Warner Springs. Right now, I still don't have service on my phone, so I can't contact her. So, right now, I just want to get to Warner Springs. Yeah, Warner Springs, that's right. As quickly as possible, where I'm pretty sure that they'll have cell phone reception. Let's hope. I get my first street crossing. Ooh, that's bright. I get my first street crossing right now. Not that you can see anything because I'm blinding you with the sun. Loud gate. Boy, I wish I was done right now. Oh well, see you at Eagle Rock.
Or at least I thought I'd see you at Eagle Rock. The thing is, I thought the stretch from Barrel Springs to Warner Springs was just a hop, skip, and a jump. Turned out it was a really long walk through a lot of sunshine and a lot of heat. Until finally I got so tired and so dizzy, I had to stop at San Isidro Creek.
Okay, hi. Hello. Pardon my shaky hand. That babbling you hear in the background, as opposed to the babbling in the foreground, is San Isidro Creek, which has a really good flow, by the way. It has a lot of water in it. I'm just going to back the camera up way over there. Hi. So I had one of those moments when you think you're going to pass out and die. So I decided I need to take a break. I ran into a backpacker with the trail name of Inchworm, who appeared to know me from YouTube. It's nice being an incredibly minor celebrity. I'm wiped out. I've got 4 miles to go to get to Warner Springs. And it's just constant climbing. I'm beat. So I'm going to sit here and take a break and drink some water. And hope I get some energy, or at least enough to go up that hill that you can't see. Okay. Bye-bye.
If you can imagine someone looking like that for the final 4 miles or so, you'd be looking at me on that day. Yes, I finished 32 miles in about 29 hours with just about an hour of sleep and little food, which is to say I could have been smarter on the trail. I'm still learning. When I spoke with Inchworm, he told me he was on his 9th attempt at the PCT, which made me realize something that may be obvious to you. I don't have to do all of this in 1 year, or in 2, or ever when you get right down to it. Granted, most of these videos were started with the intent of selling books, but I'd really like to do this. It's incredibly gratifying. But I realize I still have a lot of learning to do. I'm far from the best backpacker out there. And that's my plan, to keep hiking and keep learning and see where that takes me. I didn't stop at Eagle Rock, but I thought about Captain Dan's video, which you really should watch. He actually appeared to know what he was doing. Imagine that. But I did reach Warner Springs sometime afternoon, by which I mean 1. And Vicky was there. She even had an ice-cold Gatorade waiting in the car. Yep, she's pretty awesome.
Oh. You're done? Oh, well, let me, So, what have we learned? Well, the most important thing, I think, that I learned from this trip on the PCT was not to set such strict deadlines. From now on, I go as far as I go, as far as I go, and that's it. The second thing I learned from this hike on the PCT was that I could do it. I could actually hike a section of the PCT, well, not an official section, but you know, a length of the PCT. And I did the whole thing, 32 miles, in about 29 hours. So if I give myself enough time, I should have, well, let's say, fewer problems. But here's the thing. Now that I know I can do it, I'm left wondering if I even want to do it. Because, let's face it, it wasn't a walk in the park. There was no park. It was a walk through, around, over, and amidst mountains in the desert. It was hot, dirty, tough. So do I really want to do this? I don't know. I mean, I'm 51 years old and I'm achieving the dreams of my childhood, and maybe it should have been left in my childhood. So, here's what I'm going to do. First, this camera is at a weird angle. There. First, on April 8th, I'm going to leave my home and my comfort and my dogs and my refrigerator to go to Campo and hike up to Julian, well, up to Scissors Crossing. Having completed Scissors Crossing to Warner Springs, I am never hiking that section again. That section sucks, except for the fine people at the Third Gate Water Cache, who I'm still trying to figure out a way to donate money to. So if you know of any way, please leave a comment below. So on the 8th, I'm going to leave Campo and I'm going to hike from Campo to Scissors Crossing and Hitchin to Julian. There, I will be picked up, take a little break at home, because I live close, and that's fun. Well, I mean, relatively close. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm going to return to Warner Springs, possibly. If I enjoyed the first section, if it didn't kill me, if I don't go home thinking, the hell with all of this, then I'll return to Warner Springs and I'll hike north from there. Listen, this year is a great year to hike the desert. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised, by running rivers, babbling brooks, creaking creeks, water. It's a good time to hike in the desert. So I'll hike a little bit further, maybe as far as Kennedy Meadows. But when I get to Kennedy Meadows, let's say Lone Pine, because that's a little further. When I get there and I look at the Sierras, what am I going to see? What I've been reading so far is that the Sierras and pretty much everything north is a mess. Listen, there's damage to the trail. There's going to be 1 million mosquitoes. Billions and billions. Sorry. There's going to be a lot of mosquitoes. And it's going to be really, really tough hiking. And my idea of a good time isn't killing myself on the trail or being eaten alive by mosquitoes. You'll have to pardon the helicopter or one of our giant city mosquitoes. That's not my idea of a good time. And I know that a really good backpacker puts himself into the mouth of danger, suffers to experience the greatest thrills, etc., etc., etc. But see, that's why I'm the world's worst backpacker. Because I don't need to do that. I'm not looking to kill myself. I'm just looking to have a good time. A little bit of adventure, a little bit of fun. So, will I hike further than Lone Pine? It's not looking good. But I may take this little journey on the road. I may take a train. I'm not sure yet. I'm leaving my options open. And I'll take you along with me. Don't worry. Until then, if you would like to support me in this bizarre endeavor, take a look at this.
And there you have it. You've just watched another Ken LaSalle YouTube video. But it doesn't have to end there. You can share, like, and subscribe. Pick up an audiobook from Audible or iTunes, or an ebook or paperback from Amazon. Stop by kenlasalle.com for more information. And as always, thank you for your support. I need it.